Welcome back. We have special guests for a special conversation. Black Lives Matter activist and Democratic congressional candidate out of Missouri, Cori Bush. We should note she's part of a wave of progressive candidates who have, against the traditional odds, ousted some longtime Democratic incumbents in this primary season. Congratulations to you, as I would say, to any victorious candidate. And Professor Brittney Cooper from Rutgers back with us. Good to see you both. Cori, given that you're in this, obviously, we'll get into how it feels to be a candidate, what you're fighting for. I want to start with Brittney, who viewers have heard walk us through a lot of these things over time. And Brittney, as you know, when available, I like to go to the evidence. So not just people seem to like Kamala Harris, or was this a smart pick, or somebody said something, but the first numerical evidence we have about how this is playing out for Democrats is right here. Record-smashing $48 million in 48 hours powered by the Harris pick. And so, Brittney, as you know, it's no shade or disrespect to past running mates to note that she has drawn more activist, small donor, and large donor interest in 2 days than others recently. I'm curious your view of that.
Yes. So first, I got to congratulate Cori Bush. I'm a fangirl, so I'm just so excited about your candidacy. But also, this is what Black women have been arguing, Ari, to the Democratic Party since 2016. We've argued for leadership. We have told them that we are the backbone of the party. We have said that Black women we are a big tent in the way that we think about American politics, and that when you bring us to the table, we bring more people. We bring resources. We bring excitement. There was polling about Kamala Harris by Higher Heights much earlier in this, a couple of weeks back. And folks were saying, we want a Black woman VP. People in Midwest swing states said, we want a Black woman VP. So this was a smart move by Joe Biden, but it was also evidence, as others have argued, that Black women have been working behind the scenes to say, you will give us power. And so now Kamala is in the tradition. And so people are excited about her, but they are also excited by this very important gesture from Joe Biden that hopefully the Democratic Party understands that its future is with people of color, its future is with women, and its future is certainly with Black women.
Cori?
Yeah, Joe Biden had an opportunity to choose whoever he wanted to choose, and he chose her. And so we have to rock with who he chose. And for me, I'm not going to tear down another woman to make, for the sake of an election. I'm not going to do that. But I will stand with my progressive values, and I'm not going to back down on that. Would I love to see Medicare for all? Absolutely, because my people are dying. Do I want the things? There are certain things that we need in this country, and we need them now. I'm tired of waiting for it. So many people are tired of waiting for it. So I'm going to stand with our incarcerated community and our formerly incarcerated. I'm standing with our Latinx community, our sex workers, and our disabled community, and so many other groups. I stand with them, and I'm going to continue to fight for them. But will you get me to tear her down? Absolutely not. She did something that my grandmothers have been waiting to see.
Well, you're speaking right. Well, I'm going to ask one thing to Cori, Brittney, and then I'll come to you, okay? But just since you just said it, I wanted to follow up with, you're speaking to that you're supportive and you appreciate the change, but from where you're coming from and also being a pressure point on the Democratic Party, are you still concerned, you mentioned health care, that you have basically two moderates on health care now on this ticket, Cori and then Brittney?
Hey, but we have Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman, Mondaire Jones. We have the squad. We're all going to be in there doing our work. So, we're going to do our part. They're going to do theirs. But what we won't do is we won't be separated.
Right. This is the thing I was thinking, Ari, as I was listening to Cori. So Cori has radical, progressive, feminist values, and we need that. But very often, part of what happens is that happens at the grassroots level, right? Cori is here in part because of her work in movements. And so sometimes we get disheartened because we don't see that massive change at the presidential level. But presidential politics is inherently conservative. It's about conserving the republic. And so movements happen from the ground up. You got to have young activists who are pushing us at the local level and the state level. And part of what that does is it creates the context. So that push that's happening that Cori and Jamal and all these folks are bringing, it's going to force Biden and Harris to govern more to the left. That's what we need. So they may have a centrist agenda, but given who their Congress is going to be, assuming we get victories in all these races, they're going to have to move to the left because they're going to have to move with the people. And they're going to have to recognize that this groundswell that even allows this ticket to be possible is about people demanding more. And so there is a lovely arc between a Cori Bush and a Kamala Harris, because we also are at a moment in Democratic politics where we need to see that there's all kinds of diversity in what Black people want, and we're deeply strategic about how we get there. So we might have a more centrist person at the top of the ticket, but when you look at what's happening on these on-the-ground races, folks are saying, come on, let's move, let's take care of our people. Our folks are dying. We want more than this. And that's what Cori represents, and that's why I'm excited about the entire universe of possibility that we have in this moment.
Well, let's take that then to Cori. Let me ask you, Cori, one thing, though, about this, because what Brittany's saying and what some people are saying about you, you know, we keep it very direct here on The Beat. Some people say if you win, you could be the next AOC. And I'm sure you're also your own person. But is there something that you think people had underestimated? I'm not just talking about the right, but within the Democratic Party. AOC was running against number 4, Joe Crowley. Pelosi and others had obviously his back on that whole incumbent thing because they stick together. And people said she was underestimated. We are hearing some people say you were initially underestimated. I'd love it for you to speak to that as well as the other point you wanted to make.
Yeah, so my first point was hashtag Brittany is dope. And then the other thing is, look, I'm going from unhoused to the house, you know, so absolutely people had me underestimated. Even my own party felt like it can't happen. This is a 52-year dynasty. It won't happen. And when people say, you know, you're the next AOC, you know, call me what you want to call me. But I'm walking in those doors, it looks like most likely. So, you know, as long as I'm bringing home deliverables to my community, that's what I care about. As long as there are little Black girls and all kinds of other children coming up to me saying, you know what, I want to do that. You know, show me how you did that. You know, that's what it's about. So if I can inspire a movement, you know, if I can help in that movement, if I can be like, I've said it before, if I can be like Harriet Tubman, get in and go reach others and bring them in too, it's not about me, it's about all of us. And this change starts now, and it's going to continue to roll if we keep fighting. When we stop and allow the party or whoever else to tell us who we are, that's how we miss it. And so they need people like me, but they also need, you know, we need people that have a bunch of different views. You won't change, Cori. I still can feel the dirt on my face. I can feel the gravel on my face from the last time my face hit it, you know, so you can't take that from me, but we're going to make sure that our community is well taken care of.
Well, you said Harriet Tubman, you know, was it not Diddy who said all about the Tubmans, baby?
Oh my God.
The ladies run this. Hip hop said, do the ladies run this? Yes, we do.
Well, look, Brittany gets the last word. Brittany's a Beat regular. Cori Bush, your debut here. I hope you come back and become a regular as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, Brittany.
Thanks to both of you. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.